Welcome back, everyone. We are joined by Chef JR from Chives restaurant in Swamico. He's offering a bunch of cooking classes in the coming months, and this morning you're showing us how to make what?
Earlier I showed you some clam chowder, and now I'm going to do lobster bisque.
Ooh, lobster bisque. Please do tell.
All right, what I did here is I started by, good soup is always simple ingredients, and, as cooks, we're always looking for ways to utilize 100% of something. So what I made was a lobster stock, and I started with aromatic vegetables, carrots, onions, celery, thyme, some herbs, and I made this stock basically using the bodies of the lobster. First I boiled the lobster, I saved the boiling water, I took a bunch of meat out, and then I put the rest back in this pot with all these vegetables to make a stock.
And how long does it simmer?
It simmers about 45 minutes. Fish stocks are nice because you don't have to go a really long time. You're not extracting things from bones like making chicken stock. But I let it simmer. Once it simmered for about 45 minutes, then I started by sweating an onion in some finely minced onion in some flour. And I do that to get my thickener going, or my roux. And by having the onion, you keep from getting lumps because it coats the onion.
Okay.
To add a little color to this, I'm going to add a little paprika, too, to the onion. So I have my onion sweated, which means cooking with no color.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sprinkle on my flour. The French term is sanger, and it seems to... And you add just enough flour to absorb that, the butter that you cooked in. And I'm going to add a little more flour.
Okay.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some brandy, some sherry, start stirring that up. You can see it start to thicken nicely. And then I'm going to add my lobster stock.
It smells amazing.
After I get my lobster stock going, it pretty much thickens almost instantly because you're using the hot stock. Then I'm going to add cream.
Okay.
And lobster meat. And when I use my lobster meat, you got to make sure when you're using lobster, you use everything. A lot of times when people eat lobster, they forget about all that green stuff and stuff in the head, and that's what gives the soup the flavor. So you want to make sure you use that.
I know it's kind of scary at first, but really, that's where all the flavor is.
And I always try to add my liquid, because when you start, I keep adding liquid to get it the consistency I want.
Okay.
You can't take the liquid out, but if it gets too thick, you can always add a little bit more.
I want to get to this because to go with any soup, you need a good bread. And let's take a look at some video. Tell us about this amazing bread oven you have.
What it is I have a bread oven. You can see there's a little construction going on, but we bake in it regularly. And it's a prototype of an oven I'm building in Africa as part of the 7 Loaves project. Under construction right now in Africa is this school that we're building for baking bread, and we practice in it. And to raise money, every Thursday we sell the bread to raise money for 7 Loaves Project.
Oh, it looks amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we'll join you right back here in just a few minutes. You're watching Good Day Wisconsin.